Hey, we're back. Cue the music. Let's go. I'm your boy Ro, OG member of the Orange Bowl Boys, and welcome to another edition of Student of the Game. Well, when I said cue the music, I'd rather not hear that war chant song, but let it play on because the Florida State Seminoles win 27-20 on a tough, contested, hard-fought game in Doak. Campbell, something I want to go ahead and point out. FSU coming out 11 set personnel, one running back, one tight end. Now, offensive premise change here, okay, than what we've been seeing week to week from the Hurricanes. Tight end's not going to be asked to block. He's going to go ahead, shoot down the middle of the field. Running back's not asked to block, then release. They're getting him out. So this is essentially an empty concept. 5 people are going out to routes early. Now watch what it does to the Hurricanes. FSU, well, they're allowing 5 to block 5. They're trusting that. But there's enough blitz beaters here to get rid of the ball. Now your Mike linebackers attaching here. Look, looking for the running back. Now look at what that does. Tight end, space, space. So that is what's creating this huge window in the middle of the field. Great slant window. Quarterback hits this in stride. But if you want to know why the middle of the field got so, well, because there's a lot of things going out into routes here, right? There it is. There it is. You want to get some space for your wide receivers in the middle of the field. Sometimes you can create it with the running back tight end position when they're actually asked to do something other than continuously block. Quick clip, but if you want to see the success and why University of Miami has it early on, looks like it's man 2 over the top, 2-by-1 look. They're showing stacks. Here's another stack. Matt Lee and Nez Cooper. Watch when they make contact because they're going to double right here, defensive tackle. This is the line of scrimmage. By the time this play is done, driving them close to 10 yards downfield. University of Miami has built some really good talent in the trenches. Offensive line has been very formidable, much improved. It was the big reason why you were getting a lot of big run plays early on in this game. So FSU defense setting the tone early on this 3rd and 3. They're going to come out in man 2, 2 safeties over the top. Everybody else press man coverage. Mike linebacker right here is going to essentially come in on a mug blitz. He's going to read Mark Fletcher. When Mark Fletcher stays in to block, he's going to come. So concept, it's going to be a dig window. What sells it for me, Monster Day by Jacoby George. Watch the release right here. He knows where he's going to go. Bam. Back is turned by the FSU defensive back. Comes right back inside. That's what creates enough of the separation. Good ball by Emory Williams, making his first start in this FSU Miami series. Missed tackle. Jacoby George, once again, monster day. Like the ball here. Perfect placement. Good job on that one. On passing concepts, there's always this game within the game. The protection calls. And in this case, I want to go ahead and draw a line just left of Matt Lee, and we're just going to focus here. Florida State is bringing pressure. At least they're insinuating it on the line, and the University of Miami has to account for it. What happens if 1, 2, 3, 4 Florida State defenders come? Well, this side of the protection looks solid because you can see right here, all 4 come. Here's the combo. They're going to go ahead and pass this off. Right tackle, running back kicks out. Now, there's numerous types of protection calls. You can slide to your right, slide to your left. You could split the protection, keep your running back in the middle. In this case, the running back, Mark Fletcher, isn't coming towards the middle. He's effectively sliding to his side. But back on this left side, that's where I feel the communication kind of breaks down. All right? And unfortunate, too, Florida State setting the tone, man on 3rd down. And again, and you have a rather good concept, a mesh concept, to go ahead and beat that. Unfortunately, just too many numbers. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 Florida State defenders are coming. And right here, you'll see a couple guys on this mesh. These crossers would have been open if you get the protection call right. Just one of those things. Go back and learn from it. Miami has been relatively good with their protection calls all year. Felt the right side did well. The left side, talk just a little bit more. In my humble opinion, One of the main catalysts for why the University of Miami offense has stalled during conference play is anytime they send only 3 wide receivers into route concepts and keep the tight end and running back in this shell block first mentality, well, a lot of problems emerge that the defense are giving you. Whether it's zone because they just have too many numbers to account for you. In this case, Florida State, again, man 2 over the top. But pay attention to the linebackers because you got to see what they're doing. Right here, talking with one another. They're identifying early that this tight end is staying in, that this running back is staying in. So once they get the sense that, okay, they're shell defenders and they have man behind it, now he's going to come in for the quarterback. That's what wraps that up. His primary responsibility is the running back. It is not the quarterback there. A lot of times, only sending 3, these guys just drop back into a zone and get into passing windows. When there's really no threat of an immediate pass option here, these guys are a little bit more fancy-free. Now, to the quarterback, Emory Williams. This is what your OC is giving you. The only piece of advice I could give you right now. Got to learn that when a DB's back is turned, this is open. Maybe a back shoulder fade against man is a viable option. You don't have a check down quite yet. That's releasing way too late. That's not in the confines or the rhythm of the play. And again, a running back staying into block, that's his guy. But you know what? I can go ahead and play fancy free to the quarterback. I can lock that up. So, couple games remaining. Just pay attention, Canes fans. It's when you have only 3 going out that Miami routinely puts itself into a lot of a bind. I don't know. I've seen the debate online saying that you can't really be too creative when you have a freshman on the road making a start, but here's Florida State, pistol, 11 set personnel, being really creative, and essentially, if you don't think a freshman quarterback can make a play like this, I don't know. It's a great design screen. Here you go. Play action. Sell the block. Chip in. Release for the screen. Well done. One of the better screens you'll see on film. Very big play on 1st and 10. Breaks tendencies. Easy pitch and catch. Putting it into your playmaker's hands. In this case, happens to be a tight end. Did you know that the University of Miami did not target a single tight end against Florida State? So University of Miami are going to pop this run from essentially a double wing look. I keep laughing at Emory. Yeah. He's pointing. Oh, that was pretty funny. Good run by Don Chaney. Way to get downhill. Vibes of Willis McGahee's number running down that field. If we could have just had Willis back for one more day. Who knows? University of Miami off and running into plus territory. That was funny. So 3rd and goal, you got to have it. OC dials up a fade. Perfectly thrown ball, but let's pay attention to Jacoby George selling this bad boy. Right here. Just stands there. Hits him with the freeze. Reanimates himself into the matrix and catches the ball like Neo. Again, let's watch full time Jacoby George. Bang. Great ball by true freshman Emory Williams. Great route. Bang. Just a question. How? ACC sucks. You have to be able to see your tendencies on film, and you have to be able to notice when other teams see them too. Because on a 3rd and 13, 2 consecutive run plays, we're stuffed. This formation, high index of suspicion, a screen is possible, and you know who knows it. Florida State knows it. This defensive end knows it too. Because watch what he does at the snap of the ball. He's just looking at the quarterback, sees where his eyes goes. He does not make an aggressive attempt upfield to get the quarterback. What does he do? He immediately pulls out, peels off, And this is what goes ahead and blows up this screen for a negative play. Great awareness by the defensive end, but that is scouted. That was scouted. 3rd and 13, high index of suspicion you like to call screens. They blew you up. Florida State wins that round out of the second half. Let's see how the adjustments improve as this game goes on. Okay, back to the debate. You can't be that creative when you have a freshman making his first start on the road. But on the last 3rd down, you know what the play was, and look at the formation on the next 3rd down. Same formation, same attachment. There's the screen if they wanted it. This time they're going to go ahead and give the run element to it on 3rd and 6. I don't think you get bonus points for creativity there, but you do get a lot of points for being basic. Really like these tight end screens by Florida State. Again, now Miami looks to be in man coverage. They are at the top of the screen, bottom of the screen, selling the play action, sells the block really good, then releases late. Way to stick on your blocks. 2nd and 3, moves the chains with the tight end position. I don't think that's necessarily that hard to implement. Just got to be willing to do it. And this is going to be the Paul Baines blow the roof off clip of the week. Hey, I'm Paul. Give me a call. Hey, remember earlier I said advice when the back is turned, go ahead and release it, especially against man. That a boy. The back was turned. Sometimes that's all you need. Safety takes a really poor route. Jacoby George, you could take it from here, young man, because you know what's coming. Bang. Let's go ahead and back this up again. Hey, only piece of advice here, too, young man. Hey, that's safety. That's safety. All right? Let's subtle shoulder warfare. Let's keep him off of us just a little bit more. Look, open up with your eyes towards him. He's not going to factor as much. Staring that way. I get you. Oh, fit it into a window where only your wide receiver could get it. Just gets him on the 9 route or the vertical route. University of Miami scores a touchdown. It's 27-20. However, that will be your final score. Well, would you look at what we have here? I guess imitation is the sincerest form of flattery. University of Miami show 4 on this side. And what happens? Well, running back's going to stay out to kick here. They're a little late to block here. And the same linebacker's going to get home. This time for the University of Miami. Kiko Mauinoa with the sack. It's exactly the same concept that Florida State hit Miami earlier on in the game. Hey, now if we could get the offense to steal some of those Florida State concepts. And this is going to be the last clip of the evening after a heroic play where Emory Williams was significantly injured. He'd had to leave the game. Tyler Van Dyke in. And you know what? They started the game this way, and Florida State would finish. Man coverage, their guys were just going to beat your guys. And when it mattered, on a 4th down call, what did the OC call? Simple vertical outside, and you're essentially going to have an out route. Quarterback, realistically, is only going to have one viable option. It's going to be here. You're not necessarily looking at go routes in that. That's not normal, especially versus the man 2. You're trying to go ahead and hit the first. So this is where you're looking first. This is going to be primary read 1. On the telecast, I say, hey, this is when you needed to make this throw. However, quarterback is rolling. Trust me, that is a tough throw rolling to your right. Trying to make that throw is something you'll see Pat Mahomes do. A lot of those guys, they can make this throw. That's not an easy throw. I don't want you to think that is. That's about a 25, 30-yard throw in the air that you're going to need to make. Got to make something up. Decide to toss it up late. Good job by the Florida State defender to continuously bear down on the quarterback, force the issue. It's intercepted. And on that note, Florida State wins 3 in a row. Miami's got some work to do. And for the final time, I'm your boy, Ro, OG member of the Orange Bowl Boys. Come check us out on all your various platform necessities. See you later, Canes fans.